not an awful lot of tanks on the opposite side, but I think like on hit Varus and the Azir can just have really great scaling as it goes in towards the late game. So I think having that orange
quadrant, they'll be on as even between the two junglers.
Yeah, I don't know if they can look for the dive here as Rogue though. So GiantX should be able to soak enough experience off.
You can always look for a dive, Rob. Whether or not it's an advisable decision is an entirely different thing.
Yeah, I think it's a look, don't touch in this situation. GiantX does hit level 2, but there is 4 members now, which changes things quite a bit.
No one tanking the tower as of yet. Execute now will go in with a Shadowing Strike, gets the crash down shield as well, and it's a well-managed dive from Rogue. Patrick will survive this, pops the barrier just to make sure.
Yeah,
2 at least should be in favor of SK.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem for GiantX is that this wave is pushing away, and he knows that Sejuani's still on the bottom side of the map, so Malrang could immediately try and come down to the bottom side, but looking at a potential play in the mid lane as the TP comes through, but Malrang is now in position.
Yeah, Malrang's looking. Let's see if he can find something here. Loopy's coming across as well. Rika, there's the knock-up. Rika stunned up with the Shadowing Strike, and now has to flash to try and get away. With Isma coming in from the side as well, Rogue will accept the flash out of the Orianna, I think. We'll see Loopy staying around here to make sure this wave can be crashed in. It's going to be tricky though. Larson low on HP. Rika doesn't have the best wave clear.
Yeah, there's kind of multiple members just running around the map wherever there's action though. You can see Rahel is starting to shift down towards mid to help cover as well. And now Isma doesn't realize there's a lot of people there. Loopy will spot out Malrang, but here comes Adam.
Adam moving first out of the bot lane. Loopy spotted by Malrang, locked up with the permafrost. Isma jumps onto Adam. Loopy used the grand entrance to get out. Now the collapse comes in. Rika still on level 5. Flash bellows breath, looking for the brittle stun onto Adam. Can't quite find that extra bit of damage. Isma dashing forward once again. Execute falling low. And Isma brings down the staff to get SK on the board.
Yeah, they managed to get themselves on the board, but this is
running
insane.
around, seeing whatever they can find. Execute still only level 2.5, by the way. Hasn't actually got any more experience since we last talked about him. Rika doesn't have flash. Execute trying to get experience out of kills. Rika's going to try and walk his way away from this one, but Larson, or the Ignite's ticking, Larson still finds the final auto attack to get himself his first kill of the game.
Yeah, and Loopy's sitting on top side, but unfortunately for him, Patrick still has that flash and the barrier back up, so it's kind of nice. You can just help out a little bit.
You can see Isma actually pathing down towards the bottom side, has just hit level 6, and GiantX has the 6. Adam doesn't have flash here, so Isma can look for the engage. There's the call of the Forge God. Cyclone goes in, follow up with a knock-up, another Cyclone available to Isma, and already Adam's dead. Well played by SK. Knew that Adam didn't have his flash and just comboed those ultimates perfectly.
Yeah,
that's
great.
how we make sure that Isma has the prio in the bot side to take the first dragon of the game for SK.
Yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, SK kind of coming in on top, and like Rogue had a lot of the early aggression, but you can see a 1k gold lead starting to open up. They're okay when it comes towards objectives, so
beat for the first turret blood. Rahel has got the push in mid right now because Patrick moved his way towards top. Didn't really need to do anything, so he'll just catch the wave as it crashes towards that tier 1.
Yeah, you can see GiantX.
You guys are on Twitch right now. You can just open that extension and see exactly what Malrang's runes are. It's great. I know you can run the one way when you dash, you do a little bit of extra damage, and you Grim Mementos. There's 2 there, Loopy. Loopy, just order them, man. It's free experience, Loopy. This is how you catch up. Oh, some rogue chance. Malrang jumps into the pit. The smite goes down. Isma gets it. Malrang flashes over the wall. And yeah, Boar couldn't bear to be in there any longer.
Yeah, I was going to say, Adam's going to get some...
Don't forget that if you've been casting for as long as we have, you have 7 to 10 years of just random league changes in your head, right? Like, we could name items that, if we saw them, we'd be like, oh yeah, of course, that's, you know, Wuglit's Witch Cap, which, you know, wasn't actually really...
Heart of Gold.
Heart of Gold, Philo Stone, all of these. Yeah. Oh, what was the... Wriggle's Lantern was the
Wriggle's Lantern.
Of,
then there's Runeglaive, which I saw earlier on. It's going to try and force some plays, but I think they are struggling quite a bit. Like, Loopy's actually getting good vision, you can see, but the way Rogan was playing is over-forcing with multiple people on this midway, but Loopy's
goes in with the charm. The shockwave as well. Larson only loses half his health. Does have to burn the flash. There was a TP behind as well as GiantX joins the fray, but the Emperor's Divide in a good position already. Isma's down. GiantX does get the knock-up. Larson's fallen as well, as has Execute. Alongside him, Adam's going to join an SK. They force the tempo. They find the fight. It's a triple for Rahel.
That was sick from SK. The vision control from Loopy has been really good in setting that up alongside him with the knockback. But still, the damage was done. The slow was enough. And then Rahel being able to play super aggressive in that. Nice triple kill for him.
Yeah, well timed as well around the Atakan. They will be able to pick it up. Obviously voracious in this game. No real surprises there. as they have that false life. That will overlap was a crazy run, but now obviously if you go 0-9, your split's over. We've actually only ever had one team without a series win through an LEC split, and that was Origin back in 2017, I believe. So SK looking to be not in that camp, not join Origin in that ignominy. But, for the moment, in a good position in this game. 3,000 gold ahead, the Drake up in 20 seconds. As we said, that false life will extend for about a minute after the Drake does spawn. Adam is pushing in the top lane, so SK know they have the advantage right now. They know they've got the numbers. Chain of Corruption going down onto Loopy will chunk him out, but he's still half health. And this is what I'm talking about with ratting on Rakan. Goes forward, eats an ultimate, eats a piercing arrow, still half health, and just dashes back out. Now he can play a little bit further back if he wants, and always has that ability to press the quickness, E on someone, and then dive in for the fight.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that Adam was playing Tryndamere this game, because all he's doing is just sitting in the side lane and taking turrets. And SK, they've sent Reeker back to try and answer, but you invested everything from SK to get that play.
And GiantX stopped in the bush. Importantly for SK, they did invest a lot towards the bottom side, as you say, but they do get the Drake out of it as well. So it's sole point. Yes, Adam takes a tier 2 in the top side. The gold is even, but SK are now 5 minutes away from having an Ocean Soul.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not the end of the road, but it's...
And for Rogue, it's looking pretty diabolical right now.
Yeah.
Remember, if they lose this, they are eliminated from playoffs alongside SK. Kind of poetic justice for SK to be the team to eliminate Rogue. I saw a ping. He stepped around for a second, but he is going to finish off his recall and make sure he can come back for this base defense.
Yeah, I mean, they should be able to pick off this kind of minion. It'll do some work, but should be fine. So any sort of force now as both waves start to crash, Larson should be here for, but I don't think SK really want to overcommit here. Like, you've got Dragon, your soul in 50 seconds. The kind of minions can do the work here. Just don't have to get fancy with this.
Don't really need to overcommit. They take the inhibitor tower on the bot side. GiantX going to and bash his way away. Loopy just acting like a nuisance. Inhibitor will fall in the bot lane. SK have a minute 20 remaining on their Baron if they do want to try and get some mid pressure, but the wave's still only at the halfway mark of that lane. So now with the TPs coming back in, it looks like they are going to look for it. Loopy goes in, Shockwave not invested, Larson dashed away.
Yeah, but also not investing the ultimate from Loopy either. So just kind of realizing, hey, look, if we get something here, cool, we can try and follow up the ultimate, poke Rogue back. But they know that these small little corridors are really where it's treacherous. So just trying to push in the waves, play out a vision, and see if they can make the pick happen.
6 seconds on the Drake, and Rogue have no vision outside of their base apart from in their blue side jungle. I mean, SK could be doing it already for all they know, and that's exactly what they're doing. Isma able to do it by himself. This Wukong has been strong from the start of the game, and with 2 items should be able to get through this one in short notice.
Yeah, and you can see Patrick just trying to tank up this minion wave with execute so that then they can't hit onto the tower and start another turret falling alongside the dragon and that bot lane structure. But at this stage, you're kind of just desperately holding on to anything you can. 20 seconds left in this Red Bull Baron power play. Means that this would be the last minion wave, but it doesn't look like SK are interested in overforcing them. Like, how do you try and reach the key targets? Like, Rahel is already super slippery, and Reeker gets to play a million miles away because he just attaches a ball to Loopy and says, yeah, go. You're like, yeah, be my race car that goes into the middle of everyone and does it for me. So, yeah, you just don't really have to worry about it. So, I don't know how you're supposed to find this engages.
I think part of the hope is, now with Baron having fallen off, maybe SK overextend. Right, if they go under a tower, they can't quite kill it off, then you can look for something. But as the tower goes down, immediately they go into Patrick again. Does still have the flash, has the barrier, uses both a little too late. We're still caught in the cyclone. Malrang tried to dive in. Larson hasn't been able to get in the action at all. And all of SK are still at full HP. The Ocean Soul at their backs, buffing them up. Rogue 3 left to defend, but it's SK's day, baby. No one beats SK 8 times in a row. Larson dives in, but dives for it. SK rise above, victorious for once. SK 1-7.
They're on the board, baby. Let's go.
This guy, why do we see him as the mid lane year after year? And now he is having a pretty good year. Last year was pretty strong as well. Gragas support is the final lock for GiantX. That's something we haven't far enough. The wave not in the best of shapes for him. Closer now down towards the bottom lane. Irrelevant is 3 minions away from hitting level 2 here. Locked up underneath the tower. The fear comes off as well. Jun tanks it well, and GiantX get first blood.
Nicely done by GiantX. So Lot won't end up giving it to us. Jackie's now is pushing mid. Nuke does have the public execution available, but 113 not having the ultimate available really makes this tough.
I mean, BDS are lining up for this. TP coming in as well from Irrelevant. Still only level 5. He needs about 1 minion to get that equalizer. 113 stepping forward. The Grubs not really taking too much damage as of yet. One of them down to about 1,000. 113 won't want to use the smite on the first. I think he did have to in the end. Now they're back away. Irrelevant's being chased out by Jackies and Lot down towards the bottom side. Yeah. And then there's Glacial Fissure as well when Braum's in the game.
Yeah, I don't mind that one too much because it actually looks like a hole in the ground. So I'm like, oh yeah, visually it looks like
Fissure,
it.
yeah, I can see you. I can see you. 113 here, starting up the Drake for the moment. Jun does have that explosive cast. Closer, Paranoia, still a quarter of the cooldown left on it, and with him backing away, I think GiantX have given up the ghost on this Drake. First Drake secured for BDS, as they managed to get a small advantage. At the moment, BDS are pushing forward. The vision control mostly in GiantX's favor, although there's one ward just where Jackies is right now. 113 is going to start up the Grubs. Nuke was pathing down towards the bottom side now. Going towards mid. Lots on his way up as well from bot. 113, the only one on the Grubs right now. Paranoia coming out. 113, there's the shotgun. Twisted advance. Able to dodge away from it, but already Noah's got the kill. Now Lot on the back line. Paris trying to force him away. Chain of Corruption going wide. Irrelevant knocked back into the team. The solo player into the public execution down towards the bottom side of the fight. Noah's already got a kill. Up towards the top. Irrelevant is exactly that. Has died again. BDS did manage to secure a Grub, but lose 2 lives for
nothing
it. Past that
exactly, yeah.
Basically nothing they can see. So often players will ping where they think the enemy are, or like call it out in comms. But very tricky for BDS to take those fights. And now with the Blade of the Ruin King on Noah, he's in a very strong position overall. GiantX trying to get control of the bottom side of the map. Nuke is the one answering for the moment. It looks like Noah has kind of been left alone to deal with it. In a 2v1, Paranoia going in again. Nuke flashes away, but Closer flashes for the chase. And it's just the damage that comes out. Paranoia followed up onto Nuke. Everyone pretty squishy still on the side of BDS. Lead for GiantX as they set up around this Drake. Closer, no Paranoia for now. Oh! That Zenith Blade just tickled Noah. Wasn't quite able to connect. 113 again will start up the neutral. I will say 113, the last couple of times you started up a neutral camp, you died pretty shortly afterwards. For now, though, it looks like GiantX are going to back away a little bit. Paranoia about to come off cooldown. Closer can look for the engage. TP behind, though, and Closer won't go in. BDS invests the TP. They get Irrelevant out, as well as Paris shepherds him around the corner, and GiantX couldn't quite find the engage.
Yeah, but GiantX don't look like they're done just yet. Still trying to push forward into this position. Looks like BDS, they're just going to be able to back away.
Now, with the rift held up, you can see the next objective in their eyes. 113. Okay, he orders the rift held. Last 2 times he's done this on this side of the map, he's died pretty much immediately afterwards. Closer is looking. Importantly, though, Closer doesn't have the ball on him. Jackies will be able to take the top turret. Meanwhile, in the bot side, Lot and Nuke are just trading health bars. Nuke does have the TP. Lot has his as well. Now things over to level 11. Noah's there as well. 113 steps in. Pulls the rift held out a little bit.
I do think Noah is very separated here, though. BDS could potentially turn onto him. And yes, Closer, Jackies do have that combo, but I think at this stage, you got to be so careful. 4 members of BDS here. Nuke on the way, but he'd need to TP now to be relevant.
Lots TPing in first. Paranoia. Everybody's out to get you, BDS. There's the engage. The shockwave goes in as well, immediately onto 113, and Closer gets the rift held. The explosive cast on the backline. Lot was locked up with Chain of Corruption. Equalizer. Solar Flare flashed from Noah. And BDS, an extra AP source on his team. Rift held goes down, though. That tower sitting low enough that a single rift held charge should just take it out of the game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they wanted to wait until Dragon was up, but it looks like they just say, hey, look, we've managed to get push on top and boss. Let's just use this to get the mid lane.
If she tries to solo play the back line, explosive cast. No one can actually really get in, and even if Jun's then overextended, he's got the Fate's Call to pull him out.
Yeah, I do think the way you play this as BDS is that counter engage. So as Closer value, but you are not particularly tanky when you actually have it, because it's very little magic resist and armor. You don't actually get a ton of health with it, so you kind of need the rest of these items to come through before you really can, and I think that's where 113 is getting caught out, and then Nuke is getting caught out.
And Nuke caught out on the top side. It's going to try and dash his way away with that Drake count step. Here comes the Paranoia as well. Public execution will still be feared as Closer flashes forward for the chase. Paris chased out by Jun. Nuke already down. Voracious Atacan's available, but it's a little bit early to be doing that, even though you've just killed out the enemy top laner, especially against the AoE that BDS have. Instead, Looks like GiantX will just accept a kill, get some vision control, and then back away.
Yeah, I think they're I think there is a world where you could have gone for the objective as well. Like, it still would have been able to force, like, tier 2 towers. You're still able to get the tempo lead that you really want to, but oh, Paris, buddy.
Shockwave will pull him back into the body slam. Paris has to flash the wall. Closer won't chase any further. His paranoia is...
So I think BDS, they just haven't really, it feels like, figured out how they want to operate with this composition. And GiantX, it's very simple. It's ease of execution winning out in this game.
Credit to GiantX as well. They have played around vision really well. They've got wards behind BDS here, spotting them out as they go across towards the Atakan. In terms of ultimate, Closer has the paranoia. Noah looking, well, he's on a massive flank here. Nature's Grass coming out from 113. They'll look for the engage towards the top side. Closer, though, with the Shroud of Darkness, stops it. Equalizer goes down as well. Irrelevant looking for the damage towards the top side, but Noah's opened up onto Nuke down towards the bottom. Voracious Atakan picked up by BDS. 113 going in with the Twisted Advance. Paris misses the Solar Flare. 2 false lives have already gone. Make that 3 as Noah begins to open up. And BDS, you got the objective, but at what cost? We've kind of evaluated them properly looking at it, right? Like, they can still challenge for the top, but third, fourth is probably where they're going to end up. Like, maybe fourth, fifth, if we really look at it. They are the BDS of last year, but in this year, they're the gatekeepers to the top, although BDS perhaps gate-kept the finals rather than, you know, the semi-finals.
I do think, though, like, even if it may not be this split, I think there is a hell of a lot of potential on GiantX.
Yeah.
I think it's just about, like, getting people like Jackies and Locke to understand.
Yeah. I mean, there's many qualms to be had with Voracious Atakan, let's be honest. They revive a very powerful mechanic, and that's why we see teams so often, we'll say play around it. What we mean is throw around it, Rob.
Yes.
As the Drake now begun for GiantX, will be their second of the game. BDS were able to delay things by taking the first 2, but GiantX 7-1 ahead in prime position to close this one out. BDS, though, might try and up the tempo by looking towards the Baron themselves. The ward over the wall will be spotted by Lot. And so now, the question is, do BDS stick or do you twist off and look for a fight? They're still on it right now. Nature's Grass coming out. They don't have too much damage. Paranoia now being used. The control ward in the back of the pit gives a vision. 113 the target. 113 in there. Closer gets it with the smite. 113 smite was just too early. Irrelevant dies, trying to keep GiantX at bay.
Resets coming through on top side, but I just don't get it. I mean, in these sort of positions, again, like, you're never getting value onto the target, which is Closer, that you're trying.
Slowly push out. BDS trying to defend towards top. 40 seconds on this Baron means, yeah, it might not even break the base, as you said, Rob. They're looking for a tier 2 on the top side right now. They might go for it. Flash, twisted advance into the Solar Flare. Chain of Corruption. Nuke goes in as well with a public execution. They burnt everything on Jackies, and they have managed to take him down. Irrelevant here as well. The Equalizer does clip Noah, but doesn't do too much more. Jun going back in with a flash body slam. Pulled out with a Fate's Call. Lot trying to defend against Irrelevant towards the side. Jun looking for a little bit more.
At this stage, I say, look, let's just try and play for getting some more items on towards Nuke. Like, 3 items for him can actually make him much more of a threat in these fights. I'd like to see some sort of health for Nuke, or 113, but here's the engage.
Paranoia coming out.
Good flash.
Shockwave was used as well, but great flash, as you say. Closer now just too deep, and you can see if Closer goes too far, you put down the Nature's Grasp, you can really lock him up and catch him out. TP in from Irrelevant. Drake up in 20 seconds time. Explosive Cask used by Jun as well, just to disengage, make sure he gets out to safety. BDS have a man advantage, a jungler advantage, importantly, for the next 17 seconds when that Ocean Drake comes up. They're looking for the tier 1 in the mid lane. Paris went forward with the Solar Flare. No real follow-up by the rest of BDS. They do have that public execution, but apart from that, only the Equalizer in terms of ultimates. Some Honey Fruit for Paris to heal him up.
I think BDS just got a little eager once they got the pick, but Irrelevant TPing in. Then Paris felt the need to try and force something because we invested the TP. Maybe we can get some of the standing gold, but it's just going to be the Dragon.
No.
Yeah, but Noah, they waited for his flash to be back up, so everyone on GiantX very safe. 113 now trying to force his way through.
Jackies has to flash away from the public execution on the backline. Closer, caught out. 113 goes over the wall. Jun will follow. Down towards the bottom side. Jackies actually jumped on by Nuke, but they just nuke him immediately. Nuke was so far away from the rest of his team, he was in a different postcode. Lot's gonna flash away from Irrelevant. Paris and Ice now trying to open up, still have that Chain of Corruption. No Nature's Grasp, Fate's Call comes out, Noah able to just dash around for days, and Paris is rended asunder. Noah still dances in the middle of the fight, and Irrelevant can't burn him down. 113, the last to die, he'll get to the blast cone. Won't fall yet, but Closer and Noah will chase him out as GiantX make a beeline down mid.
GiantX are just constantly on the same page, and BDS are left scrambling. The mid inhib will soon fall, and it may just actually be 1-1-3 with it. I was a little nervous as I saw Jun moving topside, but yeah, this game, it's unplayable for BDS.
They were just so separated in that fight. I'd love to see a replay. Like I'll rewatch it at some point, right? We don't actually have to see the moment, but Nuke was so far away from everyone else. It felt very split. 1-1-3 obviously went over the back of the wall because Closer went over the back of the wall, and that I can kind of understand, but BDS not on the same page, and GiantX definitely are. Now, the Baron up for GiantX. They are all chunked out a little bit. Lot is going to keep 1-1-3 at bay, and the Baron already down to 3,000 HP. 1-1-3, no flash, no way in. GiantX
in trouble, or do I help Nuke? But because they lack the vision, they just don't have the information of where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, just super split all around from BDS, and GiantX doing a good job of just collapsing on the man who was by himself. BDS now trying to defend against this Baron for 2 minutes time. The engage goes in. Paranoia out onto Closer. Equalizer towards the top side there with the Nature's Grasp already. We're going to see Jun falling for the first time this game. Nuke was able to escape. Lot has a GA. Noah and Jackie still very healthy. Basically, full mana on Noah as well. Jackie's down to half. No Shockwave for him though. With Nuke surviving, burning his flash. No Paranoia, no Shockwave. Drake up in 20 seconds. It would be sold for BDS, and although Ocean Soul not always the most impactful, still pretty powerful when you're at a 10k gold deficit. Closest Paranoia about half the way before it comes back off cooldown. Irrelevant, a little bit far forward. Flash, Zenith Blade with the Solar Flare. Public execution onto Jackie's, and down goes the Orianna. Now BDS, a two-man advantage. The Ocean Drake in their eyes and the Soul.
I cannot believe that BDS are managing to find these moments to come back, and it's so consistently around these flashes. Nuke being into side lane, which you're like not really used to do on an Orianna. Oh my god, what?
He's a mile away, but the Solar Flare is going to land. Jackie's stunned up. Nuke trying to get in with the public execution as well, but he's not in range. The Equalizer not really hitting anyone, but Closer's on the back line. He's already dead. 1-1-3 is Survivor, an absolute angel. Nuke is here in time. Jackie's is executed, and now it's all on Noah and Jun to really open up. Lot's going to go into the GA. Jun pulled back with a face call. Paris locking himself onto Noah, but Noah's dancing and dipping and weaving his way around the fight. Noah down. Ice takes him. And the engage from 1-1-3 looked like absolute int, but was actually perfection.
I'm in shock. I thought that was the most useless engage on the planet. I went, Nuke is nowhere near you. Ice is just dancing back and forth going, I can't do anything with this. But by some miracle, BDS pull it out and make it work.
His name's 1-1-3. His scoreline is 2-2-6. He's 2 times the man. We expected it harder for you to then react and be like, oh, now we can Shockwave Paranoia. Now we can do it. Jackie's now does have his flash up. 1-1-3 doesn't have his, nor does Ice. Irrelevant doesn't have one either. 1-1-3 looking for that flank with the Nature's Grasp once again. Solar Flame on Jackie's! Oh, the public execution going in as well, but already they've dived in. GA's going to be popped. Jackie's trying to chase off Nuke towards the top side of the fight. Noah dancing around. Paris misses his end play. In the middle, it's just a massive meat grinder, and it looks like Irrelevant is putting them on fire, but Noah continues to dance around. 1-1-3 goes back in, has the sap magic. In the end, it's GiantX that come out on top of the fight. 1-1-3 running for his life. Somehow, Lot, Closer, and Jackie's survive it. 1-1-3. Will he get out alive? Closer still on the chase. His Shroud of Darkness doesn't stop the slow from the Bramble Smash. Jackie's has TP though, 30 seconds before anyone on BDS is back up. 1-1-3. The Ocean Soul actually helping out a ton here. Yeah. Closer trying to trade back in. 1-1-3 still surviving. They're just trying to distract him for as long as they can. Closer will have that dust bringer back out. 1-1-3 can't catch the wave. The wave now beginning to crash towards the Nexus Towers.
10 seconds on towards Paris though. Now 1-1-3 is able to get in position. Ultimate to just try and clear the wave. Towers. They just need the wave.
Nature's Grasp comes out, but the wave does not die with it. And GiantX, they fight back somehow. The Solar Flare will not be enough. GiantX rise victorious.
Comp here that is really good at peeling back.
And I like this. I agree. Poppy, for me, the perfect option, right? Yes, there are some tools that are uninterruptible, some champions that are unstoppable. But if you stop played by Humanoid, just managing to dodge out of that one.
That looked really cool. He just jumped over the Azir ult.
Yeah, and that's not an interaction that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
It's a good call on Humanoid as well. Look at the CS difference between these two mid laners. Kliss now in trouble. Upset now trying to follow up the buy. Goes through. There's just too much CC. What is going on? As long as one more gets the job done.
Sorry,
though, Fnatic again. As you said it would happen, so it happens, Mr. Spectra. This time, the flash not needed for Razork. It doesn't have it either, but now it's going to fall off onto Yike. Instantly, Upset's going to go in 2. Ulti comes out from Kalist, only tagging onto 1. Just trying to keep him interested. Decent healing from the Xin means he's not really suffering. Humanoid now coming in. Oscar in on the way with ulti as well. Razork, no ulti. Targamas only level 5. Mickey with the level 6. They have to be careful. Ulti comes in from Humanoid. Yike trying to go all in. Mickey instantly going to find 3 with his ulti. The quickness now coming out. Oscar in, unsure if he wants to go in. Nice wall bang coming in from Kana. The follow-up not quite there. Gets over the wall, but not this time. Vladdy ready to follow. KC blinking health bars. Yike finding the kill on the Fnatic mid laner, but the Upset's coming through. The ulti. Everything for Fnatic. 2 kills on the side. Upset finding one with the Academy Rain. Looking for a few more. Looking for his montage moment. Team is backing him up. Q win from Razork. Kana nowhere to go. Upset taken over. And Fnatic versus KC.
I can't believe this worked.
And there's just nothing that KC could do. They're just out of tools. The ulti good, but the follow-up damage not there. They couldn't finish. It's really hard when you fall behind.
Oh, Upset is in...
Right as we praise it, that's a caster card. That's not where you want to be. Ult's right back into the waiting arms. His ticket burning manages to make it out. That's not allowed. Fnatic now trying to get a few more kills. Yike making wind. I mean, credit to Upset. He's playing this game super well. But this is a solo queue moment that so many people can relate to, where you're the support, you're the jungler, you're burning everything to keep your AD alive. And he's like, don't worry, guys, I'll carry this tower at a decent pace. Not super fast.
I would want Yike to just hit this tower with Vladdy so they could get the tower on this wave. But instead, he's opting to defend mid because Fnatic might be diving mid here.
Yike locked up. Initial wind becomes lightning. Good burst damage going down. They don't want to overcommit.
Ulti and Upset. That'll be crazy.
Why do you wish death upon this?
I mean, it would definitely be very bad, but it would be like crazy. I mean,
it would be crazy. That's the problem with slang. I never know what you mean. You know, which version of the word. Yike waiting to try and queue in. Fnatic playing really respectfully. We talked about yesterday both these teams, I think, not playing their best, a little bit undisciplined in a lot of instances, and Fnatic definitely bringing a lot more of that discipline today.
They are locked in.
Oh. You in, Kana, nice interrupt here. Razork takes a decent chunk of damage. Poppy could be big to change the fight. Ambessa out now. KC immediately pulled the trigger, seeing this as a limited opportunity. Fnatic kind of retreating. The flash from Kana awkward. Thought he had the wall bang action. Thought he could just smack him in, find the stun.
Still looks like it's first Drake position here for K-Corp. And Kalist can look to poke them down as they try to re-enter, but Humanoid has TP.
Razork on the flank. Ulti available. I think KC need to start a fight of their own. Yike recognizes it too. Now trying to follow up instantly. Targamas, though, not getting the angle. And Bessa into the backline. They're trying to get Oscar out. Razork going in on the Kalist. Humanoid now following. Everybody on top of this Ezreal. They will not let Kalist play the game. Vladdy, the last man standing.
And this Fnatic is looking disciplined, diligent. They're playing it slow when they need to. In this game, I'm not seeing them do that at all. But that's the hope and dream that you have as a K-Corp fan.
I'm also just wondering what too much would look like with this kind of lead.
They can go for a lot.
It's 20 minutes, it's an 8,000 gold lead. So they'd really have to whole hand in the cookie jar, whole face in the cookie jar.
This is a nice cross map from K-Corp here, though. Trading equally tier 2 towers feels really good when you're this far behind. And you have the objective bounties on top of it. They could even look for a cheese here onto the Ambessa and drop the Atakan in favor of it. I think that's what we're going to have a look at here. Yeah.
Oscar.
He has flash.
Trying to dash out, doesn't quite get the wall. Ulti will take him away from the Poppy. Good patience. The fact that they don't get the wall stun there is devastating. Now Atakan has come out. Fnatic 13 kills to 2. Absolute domination with Atakan secure. There's really nothing the KC can do. Upset going godlike.
And Targamas is not on the same page here. His team is looking for this bot side play, but he kind of wants to contest the Atakan or do something. But he's just left to die. And now it's a 4v5 with the Atakan. They still have the Kai'Sa, Rakan, and Aurora ult. So I could see them going for more.
Ulti decent is going to hit 3.
He does clear the whole wave with that ult.
So that he lives and they get Atakan, it's insult to injury.
I think Vladdy might be in trouble here.
Kana can try and peel. Humanoid can just chase.
Razork has ulti soon.
Q in. Kana with the interrupt. Defensive tool is starting to be gone. Mickey spotted by Targa. But it's so difficult to stop Mickey. You don't really have the damage. Upset now chasing. Instant charm flash going in. Fnatic, they've just got too many tools to chase down KC. KC don't even feel like they're overextending. It turns out they were just because the range, the engage start from Fnatic is too much. Upset legendary.
Can they end? They might look for it here. They still have the Atakan buff.
It's 22 minutes. We've been having 40-minute games all weekend long. Fnatic aren't about to have it, though. They're just so far ahead. Kliss manages once again to chip away at the wave, but Fnatic are in a position to just body block. He doesn't even have second item to spike. They instantly now go in, pull the trigger. Kliss about to fall. Kliss taken down. Yike, the last man standing. Fnatic probably just going to end it here. 7 seconds left. He target himself as well. It's a bit greedy. It's a bit crazy, but they've got the buff. The false life might keep them going. Trying to get Humanoid out of the equation. Sends panicking back to the base. Upset blinking health bar, looking for the shutdowns. Vladdy building a turret of his own, trying to keep the Emperor strong. Mickey about to be taken out. Vladdy on the chase. Upset retreating. KC need to keep chasing this one out.
Might look to chase here fully. Drake's up in 45. If they can try to wait out the Atakan and then kill Upset, it's nearly expiring. 5-6 seconds left on it.
KC fans loud and proud despite what's starting to feel like an inevitability for Fnatic.
Upset's no flash.
Waiting, perhaps on the false life timer.
Beautiful
Upset
W there by
cleanse.
Mickey.
Humanoid trying to peel. Shut down! Kana, clean timing. We wanted to see it more with the Otacon. Gets him right as the false life fades.
And Upset is dead for the soul here. I think Upset should have just died earlier with his team to get the Atakan revive. Now he's so off tempo, and this should be a free Drake for
Oscar,
Corp.
they're going to spot him, but do they even want this fight? Rooting, they're using so much. Kliss laying down a bit more damage, but Oscar really just does not take damage. I think they bit off a bit more than they could chew. Yike now trying to finish it, but Oscar just dancing around him. A quick Drake Hound step. Down goes Vladdy. Humanoid chasing as well. Kliss untouched for the first time, and it feels like the entire game, but it might be too late. Razor continuing to chase. Kliss running. Kana there to peel. This is Kliss' time to shine. He didn't get a chance in the early game. He might get one now. Mickey taken down. Another one on the list, another shutdown for the side of KC, buying themselves a bit more time.
And you can see Fnatic is so strong. Even 4v5, they're still coming out with winning the fight. It's so difficult for K-Corp to get any sort of advantage, and now Fnatic has first access to Soul.
And if they weren't so hilariously far ahead, Oscar would have died there, and it would have been a massive throw. But this is the rich man's privilege, right?
Yeah.
You can make mistakes like that. You can get caught out, and it does not matter. Some gold back for KC, yes. But with Soul...
Too little, too late.
And this is hard, because this game started off so good for Yike. He's on the Zin. And it just he doesn't do anything anymore. He can ult, but they'll just chase him down. Oscar's into the backline now. He's ulting and keeping himself a bit live a bit longer, but his target is getting taken out. The support sacrificed for the good of the team. Just buy them a few more minutes in this game, but with Baron just now spawning, Humanoid not quite making it over the wall, but the poke is disgusting. Upset already has Nashers.
Yeah, and I don't see Yike getting into this pit. This is going to be Nash for Fnatic. And they're probably going to look to play mid and bot and get 3 inhibs and then make it a clean W.
So important, Fnatic. Lock top 2 with this win, no matter what anyone else does. Might be first in the end, we'll have to see, but guarantees themselves that position of power over their opponents in the group stage in the next round in playoffs.
I think after this win, they might not be locked top 1, but in my heart, they're top 1.
They're looking like the best.
Yeah, they're looking pretty damn good.
This is tough, this decisiveness, something we've seen from K-Corp in their best games, now seeing it from Fnatic, and what might be one of theirs against one of the strongest opponents.
Razor still no ulti. They decide the better of it and back off.
I might have caster cursed that. We were really hyping up game time here, and now I'm thinking it might be a 30-minute one.
I mean, I think they will end on this Nash. They're going to go into bot lane here, and I think they can easily just tower dive. Unless someone on Fnatic dies now, I think the game will end on this Nash. And nobody died now.
I was waiting. I thought maybe. I feel like we've cursed a lot of teams in your brief time here in our, what, 7 or 8 games we've cast together. Not this time.
But have we also blessed a lot of teams, maybe?
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
People only look at the curses, not the blessings.
That's true. There's some negativity bias.
Yeah, focus on the positive, guys.
Yeah, look on the bright side.
Fnatic are looking good.
Fnatic are looking good for the EMEA fans, for the Fnatic fans. For the KC fans, I think the bright side is, look, you have a week off, you come back for best of 3s that are fearless, it's a completely different game, and you've already locked playoffs. This one, this is for the ego, this one is to make a statement.
I mean, this is a game that just, it goes out of control, right? They have so good champs to pull the trigger, and when you fall behind against a comp like that, it just...
Razor Q in the ulti, Upset behind the entire team, but no one can really get on top of him. Humanoid falling up now as well. Yike buying a bit more space. Ulti coming in for the Poppy. Does knock Upset out, and that's going to be big. But too many members are already down. Yike getting taken out. The carries are already dead. The good ult from Kana just came too late. Body blocking, a steadfast presence maybe. They're not steadfast enough to stop the base from falling. Fnatic moving up, securing top 2. Playoffs was not enough. This team wants more as they tear through KC.
And this Fnatic roster
Was pretty strong early on in the game. The recon for Hylissang, you know, notorious flank finder, fantastic engaged player. Sent it a good day yesterday, but we'll see if Hylissang can kind of outmatch in terms of team fight overall. Okay, it might not matter. He might be able to heal. Mom called in. Heals him up. He'll be fine.
I just completely jinxed.
Oh, ulti now going in. There's really nowhere Sheo can go. That is not where you want to be. Q2. Let's just trade so much more easily with Jace and Sheo. Now needs to be careful. That was not what he wanted. Locked up. Lens is there to follow. Chike with the Q3 ready to go. Camilo going to be locked up as well. Hilly not going to keep things going, but they get the flash. Well, it was the theory. That's what a lot of people
It was the theory. I feel like in practice it
and practice
didn't really look
I'm
like
just saying, we saw SK earlier today with an Ornn and a Wukong.
Goodness, is Camilo
and
dead?
that looked good. Camilo is dead. He back. He's fine. One more tower shot. Burning health. But it's okay.
You calculated that?
Just a few seconds off of cooldown. Sten now trying to cover. I like the bait angle. Full committing combo. Mom called in. Chayak locked up. That was excellent. Good spot.
If they get a few more picks like that, I think they can easily come back in this game. And this is the first Drake taken at 13 minutes, so Soul is not really something that you're worrying about.
Wait for the ulti too, but Chayak in trouble. Ult's out. Well timed. Well buffered.
There are fights happening all over the map.
But the tower's gone. They just get the tower and mid tower. Team Heretics will get. We'll figure it out. For now, they have all the prerequisites. Mayhaps we've board. Yeah. Q poke, yes. But you just Q a wave and it's gone. But when walking up costs you this much health.
Oh, really?
Hylissang caught out. Badlands back safety. Now they've been caught out. It was a bait all along. Sten in trouble. Another kill for Vitality.
And Heretics look so disjointed here. Flackit doesn't ulti onto the CC chain, or rather Sheo pushes Hilly out of this virus ult, so they don't actually CC chain him, and he gets out, and then they still want to go for more ult.
Ulti! Public execution living up to its name. Mom called in, will not save him.
Yeah?
He has been tried as an adult.
And it's just, it screams desperation for me, that even after they don't land the CC, they keep clicking forward.
And it's not
this time it's not a super team, at least.
That's true. But this is a project Mac talked about it himself, right? This is a long-term project. It's not.
That's on a flank. He has flash.
For Karsi
might be caught.
Q. Mom called in. Is able to valk away.
Sheo's ulting.
Leah, trying to zone off a couple of members. Public execution not going to connect. Ambessa ult dodge, but still manages to get a little bit more back in return. Team Heretics finding the kill. Otacon about to fall. 2K getting lower.
Carlson?
Can they get it? Carlson tries to make it happen, but it's not enough. Now Chayak is chasing. Camilo running. Flackid running. 80 carries being chased down by Hylissang.
And it looks so hard for Team Heretics. They're trying their damnedest, but it's going to be the Otacon for Vitality. And they can take the tier 2 with this. And Corki sent back to base, and he can push mid, and maybe we can get the tier 2 mid. This game is just continuously getting...
That might have been the backbreaker.
Yeah.
I just don't think that when you fall behind, you talked about with this poke composition.
Hit by one Ambessa ult, she's dead. One Syra E, she's dead. One Yon ult, she's dead.
And I think it's a bit awkward because oftentimes when we've seen Taliyah be good, it's with you know, some sort of kill combo or setup, and that just isn't really present in this roster. Maybe with
and that way they can break all the inhibs.
Okay, Camilo needs to be really careful.
Yeah, he might be caught out there.
This is Psycho. Why did he walk that far forward? Nocnocko just going to chase. Smolder now in trouble. Camilo trying to flash out, but he might just go down in the meantime. Looks like Nocnocko should drop, but
go fully onto this Nash here and just starting it up. This could be risky.
Nocnocko waiting over the wall, though. This last two public executions haven't connected. This one will, however. Camilo caught out. Not going to be able to walk away. Just barely flapping over the wall.
Oh, Nocnocko was playing this so beautifully.
But the Baron's down.
He absorbs pressure from all 5 of Team Heretics members and just allows
the Chemtech's not super valuable. They can get it on the way out. Why waste their time when they have their waves in a good position? Bot wave needs to be attended to. Top wave, mid wave, finally going to get answered here. Track doesn't have an additional member, so can't walk up, but we'll just knock down this tier 2 for free. They're grabbing the Drake in the meantime.
Yeah, Kars is going to finish off this Drake while he is alone, split pushing on bot. This is classic ADC. We always like the Drakes, you know?
Yeah. If we revert Smolder to OG Smolder,
yeah,
our team, Heretics, winning this game. Which episode? Which season is the better question? Season 1, Jason. Kind of useless. Hung out, got bribed, did not do much.
Bro, spoilers.
All right, sorry. It's my bad. Turret falling, Team Heretics getting split across the map. Really good use of 3 lanes of pressure from Vitality. Have to say, This is what you want to be doing if you want to close out cleanly. Don't give Team Heretics a chance to group as 5 and clear a wave.
Yeah, and this is a problem with the Team Heretics comp. You don't have any reliable sort of engage, so it's so easy for Vitality to just play these 3 lanes. They're going to get triple inhib, and they're going to try to end the game.
3 inhibs down. Final stand for Team Heretics. Baron empowered minions piling in. Camilo already losing half his health bar. The fight hasn't. There's not even a fight happening. They're just poking for free.
Nexus Tower is already down.
Getting chunked out. There's just so many cannon minions. And plants. Oh, this, yeah.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, they're getting grouped up. GiantX looking for the angle.
They don't even need to fight them.
Going in. Sten tries to start something. Sheo immediately falling up to try to burn down Carzzy, but Carzzy still has a flash, and the rest of the base is just falling apart. Ulti in from GiantX. He can hit the base, but he wants to hit Camilo first. Takes the kill. Takes the game. Vitality clean from start to finish, giving almost...
We would get our 1 daily free Gwen win. Because whenever he would lock in Gwen, he would just 1v9. I'm very familiar with this Gwen. I think it's very, very good. He was one of the few players that built... Very interesting start here, and they also late invaded bot. So it's going to be a split map situation, very similar to the to the Fnatic K-Corp game that we just had, where they also late invaded the Vi. And this is kind of a common occurrence, as Vi's biggest weakness is her early game.
See if Elyoya recognizes this and tries to Vault Breaker over the wall, avoid some of that vision, and invade. Get something back. Broken Blade taking control of the lane early. Good patience, as you highlighted, to wait to walk into that lane. But an early level 2 means a huge chunk onto Hans Sama. Gleaming Quill heals up most of the damage that's fired back onto Alvaro. Yin. Body block there with the Guardian. More autos coming back from Supa. Gonna proc the Blight stacks as well. They're trying to keep Labrov low. Going in, trying to get fancy with the Labrov. Tries to get too tricky. Excuse me, Alvaro tries to get too tricky. Labrov getting the kill. Supa trying to fire back. That arrow misses. A devastating double kill for the GG.
It's a disaster for
Koi.
Koi.
Had that time to gel, to mesh, and it's only gonna get better as the year goes further. But Koi in a bit of a deficit here early on. Labrov, nice initial lockup. Alvaro looking to get aggressive. Skewmon here to cover, but in the meantime, in the mid lane, we have a 1v1. Cap trying to get away from Jojo Pune. Threaded volley, forces the flash in the 1v1, does not want to overcommit.
Skewmon's matching this bot gank, but it doesn't look like anything is really going to happen. Oh?
Brav.
Alvaro might be in trouble.
Alvaro just gonna get deleted, tries to battle dance back. Labrov already going in. Alvaro desperately trying to run away. One more auto should just finish the job. Skewmon grabbing the kill. Elyoya and Supa trying to get something back, but Alvaro can't get anything done. Another one gonna fall. Koi, devastating. Bot side. Elyoya moving in.
Hansama's in trouble.
Hansama, how do you get out of this one? Point and click, not gonna give him any time to maneuver. Mirwan following up with an ulti. Hansama's got nowhere left to go. Shut down to the Gwen, could be devastating. Labrov and Caps trying to get a play down in the meantime. Nice flick back coming in from Jojo. Caps initially interrupting, and in goes the Wukong. Supa will try to follow, but just 1 for 1.
G2 there are a bit disjointed. Hansama wants to hit this
fight. It's going to be that much more punishing. Elyoya trades back. He does get the Drake, but it's not a second Drake, right? Was only able to trade 1 for 2 spawns of the Grub.
Yeah.
1 more objective, and G2 will have the feats of strength.
No flash.
Brav caught out, knock up there. Layering the CC very well, but the Aftershock still keeping him alive for an extra second. Jojo going to grab the kill.
G2 are still... The Rob was close.
Mirwan trying to delete the wave, recognize the potential for a dive. Nice flashback coming in from Mirwan. Supa now going to be in trouble. Good damage traded back. Alvaro here to try and save the day. Hansama will walk away fine. First tower dropping down in the meantime. Supa with a blinking health bar. Labrov on the chase.
That was close.
Incredibly close. They should get pushed mid. They should be able to get a tower back.
Hansama is very comfortable in this game. He's kind of 1v2ing on mid.
Ulti! Oh! Okay, I'm sorry. Labrov's clean with it. Alvaro didn't even suspect for a second. He wasn't the real target all along.
Oh, and they get the mid tower. G2 is so happy with this. Let TP to bot, and Mirwin had first move to this Herald fight with TP as well. So good decision here from G2.
Koi debated for a second there if they wanted to go for the play on the Ezreal, but they'll just be happy with the map trade.
Yeah.
Conceding 1 Drake to 1. It's going to be a long time before either team sees Soul. It will be interesting to see which...
Well, I think the Mountain Drake is quite a lot more valuable than this Cloud, just due to the fact you have Warren, Leona, and...
I mean, as a single Drake?
Yeah.
Most certainly. It will be Infernal. Okay, so scary for both sides.
And they're fully grouping on mid here, putting down the Herald.
Hansama's ulti not really adding any chip damage. Breaking mid would be big. Are they ready for the full-on fist fight?
TP behind.
Good call, Jack. Herald crashes, Ornn ulti, this is the power of the G2 composition, and here comes Cap, the setup is good, already 1 kill going down, all of Mad Lion's going to need to get the hell out, Alvaro trying to run, but there's nowhere for him to go, Mirwan's here, but it's too late, Jojo running, flashing, eventually dying, Skewmon is now on a rampage.
And G2 is looking clinical. They're taking everything on the map, they're pulling the trigger when they need to, and they're getting everything. Koi have the right idea. They have the Herald, they want to group up, they want to pull the trigger alongside Broken Blade.
I mean, there's nothing you could do, it's perfect.
Super just gets one shot.
And obviously, Mirwan side lane pick.
Broken Blade is kind of sniffing it.
Holding on to W, flashing for a moment. W there to block the initial CC. A lot burned here, but Broken Blade should fall. The Ornn not tanking enough for 3 members. Elyoyo grabbing that kill. Supa running, caught out. Skewmon just going to go in. Ulti good from Supa. Fall now coming in from Jojo. Pew knocked up initially by the ultimate, but they might be caught in their own trap. Mirwan still going. Mirwan getting lower and lower. He's got so much AP, but not enough health. Follow up there. Mirwan burning. Alvaro burning. Everybody's falling down, but in the meantime, this fight is split. Hansama caught out, trying to get something back. He will drop from Elyoyo. Mirwan still trying to get him healing. Outplay wants to get it, but no, the Wukong. Clean kill to finish the job. Losing objectives if you lose this. The Drake will also fall too. Elyoyo wants the 50-50. Poke there from Hansama, really
so
not
hard
threatened.
to enter here.
Mirwan has ulti, he can try to make the montage, but at 6k, I think they're just here to spectate. Ulti going in, Jojo Pune locked up, Chain CC flawless. Now they're trying to disengage, trying to turn this fight back in their favor. Supa for now untouched. Mirwan still doing relatively well, but a lot of poke coming his direction. Finally going to use the hollowed mist, trying to stay alive as long as he can. Mirwan hoping for the montage, but the CC might be too much. Mirwan extra healing, not nearly enough to get it done, however. Hansama finding kills. Objective still not down. MKoi have not conceded the objective. Hansama, nice backstep. Alvaro, inches away from death.
Bro, Hansama, this game is looking very clean, but Mirwan is so close to making the miracle happen. If he has a little bit more damage there, that could easily have been a triple kill for him.
But miracle's the right word. You are preying on a miracle. Your one angle is this Gwen. G2 are painfully aware of it. Now they're just restarting the objective. TPs from Jojo Puni's up in 3 seconds, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, they're going to go Atakan into probably the Drake. And it's a really good TP here from Jojo onto the top. He's going to look to push out this wave, and then probably Mirwan's going to...
easier.
Yeah, but I think Koi still have a lot of life left in him. I think if this game can go on for longer and Gwen can get to more items, there becomes a point where Gwen can actually just one-shot people. This champion scales, she's on top here, but G2 doesn't want to bite. They just want to play mid and bot. I would like to see Koi just trade here and just hit the tier 2, which looks like what they're doing. I really like this from Koi. Whenever enemy team has Atakan, just don't fight them. Just trade objectives. If you lose tier 2 but trade, you're really happy.
And this is a play they started minutes ago, right? When they TP top lane. Yeah. Jojo set up there, knowing that they did not want to fight. Mirwan now just going to ult the wave, delete it as much as he can. Oh, maybe in trouble. Mist makes him immune, so he will just walk away at least for a moment. Dashes out.
Immune, baby. Oh, he still doesn't able to get the full wave. So they're able to get the tower.
Is top lane just only champions who've had a historic copy pasta?
Well,
we have Gwen is immune, we have the Cassante copy pasta, we have the Ornn tank, Bruiser hybrid, whatever. Renekton R5.
Oh,
anyway, no, okay. Woo, that's a curse.
Strikes again.
That was fast.
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but top lane has the most OP jumps, yeah. So.
Okay. That's not what I said. I just said they had copy pastas associated with them, but that's fair. Vi just holding on again. The name of the game is clearing the wave. You are not taking a fight against the false life empowered G2.
This cross map starts off being very good for Koi, but ends quite rough for them as they lose Gwen and both mid and bot tier 2. But
now they're chasing.
Jojo?
Flick back is gonna hit. No, cleanse flash from Hansama is good. They get the summoners though. Jojo Pune wants more. Hansama caught out. A little bit more damage coming through. Hansama trying to sidestep, but it's not enough. Jojo. Full little bit of extra defensive-ness as Cat starts to push on the sideway. Mirwan trying to set up a trap. A lot of traps from MKoi. This is a classic from last year.
It's really good strategy when you're behind like this.
Instantly all in on Skewmon. Not even sure if it's a clone. Don't even want to double check. Shielding now coming in. LeBron trying to interrupt the play. Elyoyo getting burned down. LeBron on a rampage. Skewmon just spinning his way out to safety. That pick did not work out the way they wanted. Mirwan forced the TP now. Knockback doesn't quite connect from Jojo Pune. Crucially, now he's just going to drop. Will fall. G2 happy to turn that situation in their favor.
And this might be Nash for G2 here. I love the idea from Koi, but they just don't have the damage to actually kill Skewmon. But Caps
caught up. Ulti there. Caps falling. Shutdown. Baron still started. Mirwan, is he enough on his own to make up for the difference? And men 4 here in
They're
the
still
pit
going
for
to start the
G2.
Nash.
It's a bit unhinged, but there's no ulti for Mirwin.
Jojo has TP in 20, but this Nash goes fast.
I mean, Supa only has 2 items.
Gwen without ulti is not very strong.
But there's no ultis from the side of G2. Mirwin starting to poke Labrov. Poke there, the rest of G2 now ready to turn. Lock up onto Gwen is there, the mist is faded away, and down goes Mirwin, that's the problem. Does a lot of damage, but only the one defensive tool now super running. Broken Blade, oh my god, hitting him with the emote. Playing a bit of Mahjong. Elio there trying to cover, but I think he might just give his life in the process too. Vault Breaker out to safety.
It's just too little too late for Koi, even though they get the pick onto Caps. It's just not enough, as they don't have the damage without those crucial ultimates. It's going to be the Nash for G2. It's a good TP by Jojo to get the mid wave at least, and they're trying to buy time, pushing out these waves, but the game looks clearly in favor for G2.
It does, and this is the luxury of G2's composition, is that as long as they don't let Gwen...
I think how the bot lane fights played out and how well Hansama's played this game, it's just really made his mark.
Yeah. 3rd item now, I believe, for Jojo, because he does manage to finish the Void Staff, so a bit more damage. But Broken Blade, of course, also has the Ornn items, additional scaling, so it looks like a 6k gold difference, but in terms of effective stats, it's even bigger than that. He's been able to give out a number to his teammates.
And Gwen is trying to split push here a little bit and force Ornn to recall. But I don't think she can make much progress against the Ornn anymore.
I think he just deletes the wave and walks away.
Yeah. So now does Mirwin try to recall here and defend with his team, or does he just want to power farm?
It's tough. Caps trying to keep 2 points of pressure here, but it looks like the name of the game is pick off Caps. Caps now trying to get away. Ulti holding on to his cooldown as long as possible. LeBron feeling confident after that early game. Albro doing what he can to interrupt, but it does not matter. Jojo deleted. Caps finally using his ultimate. G2 ripping through Koi.
And this is the LeBron that I wanted to see. He's punishing Jojo Pune in the crucial moments.
Flashing. Still probably going to fall here. There's just too much damage. It doesn't matter.
Asupa's dead too, I think. This is the game for G2. A really nice game for G2 here. I love the aggression from Hansama and Labrov. And overall, they were disciplined and they punished Koi where it mattered.
Certainly did. Impressive game from G2. Demolishing the bot lane in the early game.